Good morning and welcome to the Matrix Fitness live workout. My name is Matt and today we're going to be taking you through a 30-minute workout. During this workout we're going to take you from a warm-up all the way through to a cool-down, and by doing that we're going to take you to our main section, which is 3 rounds of exercises. Each round of exercise has got 3 exercises in it, and we're going to repeat those exercises twice, which means that you can learn the exercises before you try and get your maximum results from doing them as well. If you're doing the workout live with me now, you don't need any equipment. If you would like to have a mat available with you, then that's fine. If not, you could use a towel or a jumper just to place your hands onto the floor. We do have some ground-based exercises, and we're going to take you through a thorough warm-up so we can get you prepared. We will have some options of doing some jumping exercises, but if you don't want to do it at any time, I will give you options as well. First thing I'm going to do is just get you warmed up. So just like yourself marching onto the spot, lifting your knees up nice and high. And as you're lifting your knees up nice and high, try and keep your chest nice and tall, looking straight ahead, either looking at the screen or at a point in front of you. Now, if you can, just start to come up onto your tiptoes a little bit more. The benefit of coming up onto your tiptoes a little bit higher means that you're just going to increase that range of movement, but also get a bit more blood pumping through the body in preparation for the workout we've got coming up. Good. Now, what I want you to do is take an imaginary skipping rope, so holding on onto it, and I just want you to jump the rope. Now, when you're doing this one, obviously, because there's no rope, all we can do is make a nice quick transition to try and speed up to a level that you feel comfortable with, and just moving a little bit side to side. Now, what we're going to be doing today is going to be taking you through a range of exercises. We're going to start with some lower body exercises, then we're going to hit some core, and then we've got some really strong work for both the lower and the upper body as well. Now, just bring the legs forwards and backwards into a scissor action. Again, doing all these exercises will really start to prepare your body, especially for some of those jumping exercises that we've got coming up. We're going to get all the feet activated, get the calves, hamstrings, quads and glutes all starting to work for you. Good, just shake those legs up. All you do is just do a half squat for me, so just lower your hips towards your heels. And again, when you're doing this exercise, don't worry too much about the depth at the moment. We just want to get the activation into the muscles before we then start to increase that range of movement as well. Hopefully it's going to be a nice day outside again, so maybe today you're going to be doing your workouts outside. Maybe you're checking in on the exercises this morning, ready to do this afternoon. But also we are doing these again at 12 o'clock live and also at 5 o'clock this evening as well. So feel free to just check out the exercises today and join us later on. We're live on Facebook as well as YouTube as well, so you can always join us at another time. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a large step over towards the sides, bring your feet together, and then a deeper squat down towards the floor. And then alternate over to the opposite side. Good, so it's a nice big step, so you get a stretch for the inner thigh. Bring your feet together, deep squat position, and we alternate over to the opposite side as well. Now what we're trying to do here is prepare the muscles on your legs a little bit more, so the inner thighs are going to start to work, and also getting a little bit deeper, we'll start to get all of the quads and the glutes really ready for the work that we've got ahead as well. We're going to be starting off with some lunges today. So very soon we're just going to take you into a little bit more of a lunge-based exercise, so prepare yourselves for those. Let's do one more. Good. Now what we do is take a nice big lunge forwards and then let your back knee come down towards the floor. When you're doing these lunges, try and think about keeping your chin and chest up nice and straight, and your weight is equal between both feet. So allow the back knee to lower down towards the floor and then push yourself up out of that position as well. And you can see I'm just using my arms just to rotate slightly. That just allows me to control my weight as it shifts from the back foot into the front foot, but equally between both feet as well. Good, okay, shake the legs out. Just give me a little punching movement, so it's a jab, cross, jab, jump 90 degrees, jab, cross, jab, jump 90 degrees. It's important that we start to warm up the upper body as well. They're going to be doing some press-ups in our third and final round, and we're going to be down on the floor in the first round as well. So plenty of work with the upper body as well. We don't want to just be working those legs. Okay, last ones. Okay, shake the legs, open the arms out. Good. The first exercise we're going to do is a push-off lunge. This is how it looks. You're going to lunge down towards the floor. You're going to push off and then back down again, okay? It's going to be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds recovery, and then from here we're going to go down into a squat movement as well. So large lunge back, push off the floor, let's get you working. Now, when we're doing these exercises, think about driving off the foot and being as athletic as you can. So allow the weight to lower yourself down towards the floor and then push off the floor in a nice strong position before you then swap over the legs as well. Okay, swap the legs over, lunge back, push off the floor, lunge back. Now again, make sure that you've got equal weight through both feet when you're in that deep lunge position. What we don't want to do is just have all your weight on your front foot. You want to make sure both legs are working in that lunge position. And then the goal is just to drive me up, pushing off the toes. Okay, shake it out. Next, we're going to have a squat to a side bend. Now, we have done this exercise before, so I'm going to give you an option to make it harder in the second round. But the first one we're going to do, arms go up above your head. You're going to squat, side bend, come back up, and alternate over to the opposite side. Let's get going on these. So make sure your hips go down towards your heels, lean to the side, and come back up. Might not feel too challenging for some of you, and that's absolutely fine. For others, that deep squat position is going to be a challenge, and just holding your arms above your head will start to fatigue some of the shoulder muscles as well. And both these exercises can be challenged for different people in different ways. So later on, when we come around to these exercises the second time, what we're going to do is we're going to step the leg out to the side, like that. But we'll do that in the second round. If you want to add it in now, feel free to. I want you to make sure it's your workout, and you do as much work as you feel comfortable to do. Okay, shake the legs out. Next, we're going to go down to the floor. What we're going to do is a plank position. So hands down to the floor, underneath your shoulders. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be jumping the legs wide and narrow. When you're doing this one, shoulder blades back and down. Let's get going. So think about looking at an imaginary line between your fingertips. Holding a really strong plank position, shoulder blades back and down. Keep working hard in this position. Maybe even think about turning your elbows forwards a little bit. So you think about the pit of the elbow. If that's facing further forwards, it helps contract your muscles in the back a little bit more. And that helps you maintain a really strong plank position. Think about squeezing your quads and your glutes together as tight as possible. There's 10 seconds to go, and then we'll repeat these 3 exercises. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax there. Good, okay. Push off lunges again. So this is where we lunge back, push off, reach the hand up if you want to increase your heart rate a little bit more. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Push that hand up. The benefit of doing this is it adds in a little bit more height and it gives you a bit more purpose to get a little bit higher if you can. So reaching that hand up as tall as you can. Push that knee up as high as possible as well. The higher you can push off the foot, the better it's going to be. Last one on this leg, then we swap over. Quick transition over to the opposite side. Same thing again. Equal weight for your lunge. Through both feet. Then push yourself off as high as you can. Get as much height as possible. Deep lunge position. And then push yourself high. Doing good work here. Just got to keep going. Okay, shake your legs out. Okay, squat to side bend. Now remember, we gave you the option last time. I'm going to invite you to try and challenge yourself the whole time this time. So, squat position here. Side bend and reach to the side. Come back to the center. Then come up. Let's go to the opposite side. Over to one side. Back to the center. And then back up. So, find the depth and the range that you feel comfortable with. Squat. Side bend. Back to the center. And up. Squat. Reach as far to the side as possible. But also see if you can really take that leg out as wide as possible as well. That's what's going to challenge you, especially in that deep position. 15 seconds to go. Then we're down on the floor for those plank jacks. Last 5, 4, keep pushing. We'll get one more in. Oh, there it is. Okay, down onto the floor for the plank jacks. Remember what we said about the elbows? Think about turning the elbows forward slightly. That gets your shoulder blades back and down. That'll be a stronger position for you as well. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Squeezing the glutes and the quads tight together. Try and keep your hips in a good straight line with your shoulders and your heels. You'll widen your legs jump. That's going to be a little bit harder. And then just try and keep your eyes looking at the imaginary line between your fingertips. We'll make this the best technique that we can, even when you start to get tired and fatigued. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just 15 seconds left to go. After this, you're going to be led in a side plank position. Last 5 seconds, hang in there. And relax there. Okay, grab a mat if you've got one nearby you. What we're going to do is going to take you down to the floor. So, in a side plank position, so feet stacked upon each other, lift yourself up into that side plank. What we're going to do is you're going to reach underneath your body and then come back up into that tall side plank as well. So think about that rotation, going underneath your body before you reach up. Yeah, nice tall position. We're going to be doing these around about 20 seconds on each side. And let's switch over sides now. So quick transition over the opposite side, feet stacked upon each other, reach yourself up, and then reach under the body, bring yourself back up into that side plank position, and then over to the opposite side. Last 10 seconds of work to go. So we can get another couple of rotations underneath the body. Each time reaching up into that really strong high plank position and relax there. Okay, your heel drops are next. We're going to lie on your backs. Knees directly above the hips. What we're going to do is you're going to lower one heel down towards the floor, back to the center, and you're going to alternate from one side to the other. Okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So just lowering the heel down towards the floor. Now, we've talked about this before, but if you wanted to challenge this exercise a little bit more, the further your leg extends away, then the harder the exercise is going to be. And that's just because we're increasing the leverage that we're working with as well. So lower that heel down, slowly bring it back up. Good. Now, if you wanted to challenge this even further, you might want to do this on the second round that we do of this 3 exercises. Is you could lower both legs down at the same time and then bring them together. So I'm always going to try and give you options to make it easier or harder, but then you can make it your workout. Okay, relax there. A reverse crunch is next. So for this one, it's your legs now moving up towards the ceiling. Here's what they look like. You reach up and then back that 90 degrees. Okay, so reach your feet up towards the ceiling. Make sure that your head and your shoulders are flat against the floor, and then you can go into that exercise. Hands pressed down against the floor as well. Think about pushing your hands into the floor, and if you can, think about lifting your hips just slightly off the floor. Come back to that 90-degree position where your knees are directly above your heels, above your hips. Push yourself off as well. Good. Try and get as much height as possible. This is almost like allowing your heart rate to come back down. And then once we've done these exercises a second time, that third round is going to be a little bit more strength work. So it's almost like cardio, core, and then strength in today's workout. Last one, and relax there. Okay, first exercise is the side planks. So side plank with rotation, feet stacked upon each other, really tall, strong side plank position. We're adding that rotation underneath the body. Starting in 3, 2, 1, reach up, and then underneath the body, bring yourself back around to that strong side plank position, and then rotate through again. Try and get your shoulder and your hip both rotate. If you find that you start to lose a little bit of balance, feel free to have your top foot in front. So instead of having your feet stacked, you can have that split stance. Let's swap over to the opposite side. Feet stacked upon each other, reach yourself up high, and then underneath. Good. Nice strong plank position. Think about the hip and the shoulder rotating towards the floor and then extending back up. Last one, and relax there. Okay, heel drops next. So, lying onto your backs. I want you to have your knees directly above your hips, and then you're going to lower your heel down towards the floor and then bring yourself back up. And I want you to find whatever range of movement feels most comfortable for you. Let's give this a go. So lower one leg down at a time, or you have the option of lowering both legs down at the same time as well. This is a great exercise for the lower abdominals. So if you want to challenge your core a little bit more, I'm still keeping my knees bent at 90 degrees. What I'm doing is I'm lowering both heels down at the same time and then bring them back up as well. And each time the knees come above the hips as well. So either the single leg or both legs working. You've got 15 seconds of work, and we're going to go into those reverse crunches. Now we're going to start to feel like the core starts to really, if it feels like it's shaking a little bit, that's completely normal. I always call that the tremor of truth. You know if you're working, if you're feeling that little bit of shaking happening. Okay, reverse crunches. Okay, so here, 90 degrees, we push up and then back, just that 90 degrees again. Sit down in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Reach up high, just like 90 degrees. So think about using your arms, pushing down into the floor to try and get your feet up towards the ceiling. This is where a mat, a towel, or a jumper becomes quite comfortable, especially for the lower back. You might find that you move a little bit. That's quite normal as well. Don't worry if you're shifting right down, wiggling out the way. Just reset yourself whenever you need to. Got just 15 seconds left of work. Keep reaching up high. Push your feet up as high as they can go. So it's a strong position. Last 5 seconds. We've got some strength work coming up. Okay, relax there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to leave the mat down there, just because we've got some press-ups coming up. Next exercise is going to be jumping lunges. So what we're going to do in this one is from this deep lunge position, you're going to jump and switch your legs over from one side to the other. Now, if jumping isn't your thing, what we need to do is just take a step back. Okay? So that's your option. I'll stay with you here for the first 20 seconds, and then I'll show you those jumping options again. So if this is your way of preparing, ready for those jumps, then that's fine. But maybe on the second round of this third brace of exercises, then what we're going to do is try and challenge you a little bit more. Okay, let's try these jumping if we can. Equal weight through both feet as you take yourself into that jump. You can go as quick or as slow as you want to. The nice thing about this exercise is as you land, your body has to control your weight, but also has to manage the ground reaction force. And that means that your muscles have to dig in and work really quickly, which is a great way to turn up your body. Okay, relax in there. The next exercise is called breakdown. What I want you to do is have your feet around that hip width apart, and you're basically going to run on the spot. Whenever I say touch, you're going to touch the floor, and then come back up to me as quick as you can. Okay, so let's get you running on the spot. It's going to be 45 seconds. When I say the magic word, you touch the floor. Touch! Down you go. So think about this as an American football drill. You're trying to move your feet as quick as possible. Touch! Means you touch the floor and bring yourself back up. So try and have a slight bend in your hips, slight bend in the knees. This athletic position. Touch! And then back up to me as quick as you can. The whole goal is to move quick feet here and touch. Good. 20 seconds left of work. A little bit quicker, touch. See if you can get your hips down towards your heels when you touch the floor. So you always get yourself into a deep squat position. Touch. Good. We'll just do one more. A little bit quicker. Touch. Last one. Quick run with it. Run. And relax there. Okay, down on the floor for press ups. First round, we can do them on your knees. Second round, I want as many on your feet as you can. But again, if you feel that you are capable of doing a whole 45 seconds twice on your hands and your feet, go for it. Okay, let's go. 45 seconds of work. Trying to lower your chest down towards the floor. You might well feel like your hips come down towards the floor as well. Now, when you're doing a press up, a lot of people say place your hands under your shoulders. I disagree. What I want you to do is almost think about when you lay down on the floor, reach your hands high, bring your hands down as if you're going to push yourself up really quickly. That's the perfect place to place your hands. Okay? So think about holding there. A lot of people take their elbows too wide, and also they place their hands too high, and it means that they can't push in the strongest position for their body. Last 5 seconds to go. 2, 1, and relax there. Okay, we've got the jumping lunges coming up. Now, we did a step back to begin with as an option. This time, I'm going to invite you to try and join me for a whole 45 seconds from these deep positions, swapping over. Try and think about your equal body weight landing between your feet. Let's go. 45 seconds of work. We said this was our strength round, so I want you to feel strong and challenge your body to Try to get the best results you can in this short period of time that we're working out today. Keep that nice big jump position going. The back knee comes down to the floor. Equal weight between both legs. It is going to increase your heart rate. It is going to push your fitness, and that's what we want it to do. 15 seconds of work to go. Do as much as you can. Be strong. Be strong. Last few. Last couple. One more. And shake the legs out. Good work. Okay, the breakdowns. 45 seconds of work. When I say the magic word of touch, you touch down towards the floor and then come back into this position. Think American footballer. You want to block that tackle, protect your quarterback, and make the best play you can. Let's go. Running on the spot. Quick feet if you can. Touch. Down towards the floor and then come back to me. As quick as you can in those transitions. Touch. Now again, you're going to leave yourself a little breathless if you can. So try and work as quick as possible. Move those feet. They should be burning a little bit from the work that you're doing. Touch. Good. Come back to me as quick as you can. Whenever you touch that down to the floor, come back as quick as possible. Lift your knees a little higher. Touch. Good. 15 seconds of work. Keep going. A little bit better. A little bit more. Touch. Good, 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 good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, touch. And relax there. Okay. Press ups to finish our workout for today. Let's get you into position. Remember that setup that we did with your hands. Let me show you that again. That's quite good. Reach your hands high. Slide your hands back as if you were going to literally have to jump off the floor as quick as possible. That will pretty much place your hands in the perfect position. 45 seconds, let's go. As strong as you can. You've got the option of being on your knees. But if you can, try and hold a really strong plank position when you're doing this. As strong as you push off the floor. Good work, hang in there. Strong, deep position. Lower your hips and your shoulders down towards the floor as you push away. So you can get 2 more in. And last one. And relax there. Good work, okay. Give yourself a little breather there. We'll take a seat and we'll do some seated stretches here. Just take your hands behind you, lift through your chin and chest. Allow your heart rate to come back down. Just as you start to stretch through the chest muscles. Linking the hands behind you, push the hands away. Good work. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. Stay with me for a few stretches. Just have your arms here. That's great. Take one hand up and over into a tricep stretch. If this is going to be your activity today, then great. If you're going to be outside, maybe hitting a run. I wonder how many of you have been challenged with these run 5K and donate and do 10 press ups. And I've seen somebody who's got to take your shirt off in a handstand position. There's lots of exercises going around. So hopefully some of those challenges have either got you donating to some charities or got you at least working. Let's place with your hands under your shoulders, lowering your hips down towards the floor in an up dog position. You keep your toes tucked under because we're going to come up into a downward facing dog. From here, push into your hands and your hips come up in, and just walk your feet to where you feel comfortable. And if you need to have a slight bend in the knees, that's absolutely fine. It depends on your flexibility. Think about your hips going high, bringing your chest towards your knees. Let's go into that up dog again, lowering your hips down towards the floor, getting a high chin and chest position. Good. Downward facing dog again. I'm going to bring one foot up to the palm of your hand. What I want you to do is I want you to reach that same hand that the foot just came here up towards the ceiling. Now check my back foot out. As I extend the back leg, it takes the stretch into my hip flexor as well. I want you to get a really deep stretch. Good. From here, bring the hand down, back inside, downward facing dog position again. Good. And then what you're going to do is going to bring your opposite foot up into your hand. And then what I want you to do is in this position, reach up as tall as you can, push the back heel away. Slowly bring yourself down. Now slowly walk up into a standing position. We're going to take a quad stretch here. So bring one foot into the palm of your hand, bring your knees close together. Now push the foot into the palm of your hand, get a deeper stretch, and think about lifting and extending that hip forward. When you get that, you get a nice little stretch of the hip flexors again, especially after those breakdowns, and also some of those push-off lunges. They're good exercises, but they do take its toll on the hips as well. Shake it out, swap it over. It's like bending the standing foot, straighten through your spine, extending the hip. Excellent, shake the legs out, sit the legs wide. What we're going to do is just transition over to one side, so bending the knee, then the leg gets a stretch on the inside of your thigh. You can just hang on to your knee here a little bit, or if you want to make this stretch a little bit more active, reach high. There's some nice side bends earlier, so it's important to get the stretch down the side as well. Let's swap that over to the opposite side. Same thing again. Transition over to your knee, knees directly above your ankle, move the arm up and over. Try and lengthen through the fingertips with a nice tall position. Okay, loosen yourself up. My name's Matt. Thank you very much for joining me. We've got another workout at 12 o'clock today and also 5 o'clock this evening. So please come and join us and we'll hopefully have a great day. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.